She's like holding a little teddy bear. I'll post it on here. She's holding a little teddy bear, and then she's like telling God, like, no, but you know, I want it. And then he has a huge teddy bear behind him, and he's like, don't worry, like, I got you. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to kind of freestyle this video a little bit because your girl's been a little bit stressed and I didn't want this to add to the stress, but I also didn't want to stop posting the weekly video, so here we are. Have you guys watched Caso Cerrado with La Doctora Ana Polo? Please tell me you have. So she has this like quote thing in the beginning of each of her videos, and I thought it'd be funny if I just have that with my little glasses. And today I wanted to talk about a concept of this or better. And to start today off, I wanted to leer una cita from Jeffrey R. Holland that says, you can have what you want. Here's my little card. You can have what you want, or you can have something better. Let that sink in. So your options are, you can have what you want, or you can have something better. And I actually wrote a post about this about 2 years ago when I had a newborn daughter, and life was rough. That transition from 0 kids to 1 child was wild. And my daughter has, to this day, she struggles to like sleep sometimes. It takes her a while to fall asleep. Obviously, as a newborn, she was waking up multiple times a night. And I was just surviving. I was in full survival mode. And I just remember one of these nights, it was probably like 3 a.m. And it's hard for, that's probably where she gets it from. It's hard for me to sleep. Once I wake up, I'm kind of awake. I wake up in the middle of the night. And now that I'm thinking about it, this is all my fault. So I was up like at 3 a.m. I was a brand new mom. And I just remember I was feeling very emotional. Like the 4th trimester, I feel like it's not talked about enough in motherhood. I was kind of very up and down with my emotions, with my hormones, with my mind, with my mental health. Everything was just out of control. And I just remember feeling at this point, this particular night, I was feeling very grateful just because I had like an epiphany of the amazing things that have happened in my life. Of just like this quote said, of you can have what you want or you can have something better. And I think about all the times that I wanted things to work out my way. I had a vision of what my life was supposed to look like. And God, they say that he has a sense of humor and how things sometimes just didn't work out that way. And the amazing thing about all of this is how God manages to give us something better, give us a higher paying job, give us a better experience than what we thought was possible in every situation that I am thinking about right now. So I kind of want to go off of this post that I did in Instagram. I'm looking at the date. It was about 3 weeks after my daughter was born. And the first example that I talk about is my first job. And I was there for about 5-ish years. And I ended up leaving that place, and it took me a very long time to find another job. I think the post said 5 months or something like that, which now thinking about it, that was a long time. And I just remember those moments of despair of like applying to jobs, interviewing, putting my resume out there, trying to do all the things to obtain employment. And for some reason, well, now I know the reason behind it. But at that moment, I didn't understand why things weren't working out for me. Like I was doing my part. I was exercising faith. I was taking action towards my goals. I was doing all the things that you would think, oh, this shouldn't take you that long to find something. But in that moment, I just remember feeling so lost and hopeless of like, am I ever going to find employment at this point? And finally, 5 months later, I was able to find employment. And the crazy thing is, not only did I find employment, I found an amazing job. I had amazing coworkers, and I was actually going to get paid double what I was getting before. Even with the jobs that I was applying for, those jobs were half of what I was going to end up making, which is, again, better than what I wanted, better than what I was expecting. Okay, I have another story now. So, how do I word this? So, all right, I'm just gonna be real because that's what I need to be. So when I was in college, I didn't have the best of luck with like the dating scene. Well, for one, I'm from New Jersey and I was in Idaho, if that tells you anything. But these gentlemen were not exactly my type, and I wasn't exactly their type. We were very different in a lot of ways. And when I did go out on dates, it wasn't something that I enjoyed doing, number one. Number two, I was really focused on like getting my degree and getting the hell out of there. So I didn't really care to go out as much as my peers. And I just remember like my roommates going on multiple dates in one day and me being like, is there something wrong with me? Like, how come I'm not receiving this type of attention from these gentlemen? And I just remember feeling like lonely and wondering like, am I ever gonna find someone? Am I ever going to have that opportunity? And in 2016 is when I met my husband. And it was just so incredible because my husband is like amazing. He is not only who I wanted, but he's also who I needed that I didn't know I needed. And again, this is just another example of like those better than expected experiences of you can have what you want or what you think you want, or you can have something better. And again, like it's just how God works. I always picture that the little girl, it's like a meme. She's like holding a little teddy bear. I'll post it on here. She's holding a little teddy bear and then she's like telling God like, "No, but you know, I want it." And then he has a huge teddy bear behind him and he's like, "Don't worry, like I got you." And that's pretty much exactly how I feel about these experiences in my life where things didn't go as I thought they should go, but we just have to have faith that God has a better plan than what we currently have the capacity to even think about. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about this home that we have. So we were actually looking for houses, let me think, 3 years ago. That's when we started to look for a home. And things just didn't work out for us. We were always outbid. It just didn't work out. We did all the things. We did all the open houses. We put in all the offers. We did everything that was in our control to make this come to pass, and it didn't happen for us. We ended up renting for another year and a half after that. And when we found this house, it wasn't something that we were even looking for because we had in mind, again, our idea of what perfect was for us. And our realtor actually reached out to us and told us about this home. And we're like, oh, okay. We ended up putting an offer in. We were out of state at the time. And she would do like weekly walkthroughs and show us videos and see the progress of the home because it was a new build. And it's just so amazing because we had this idea in our mind of what was best for our family, but we really had faith that God knew better than us, and we let him kind of guide us through this entire process. And it's incredible because I'm able to have this office that I'm recording in, which is not something that was actually in our plans to have beforehand. And the neighborhood is incredible. We have met incredible people. There's so many things to do for families, for kids, and it's just exactly what we didn't know we needed. So that's the message that I wanted to give to you guys is whenever you're going through a season in your life that you feel that your prayers are not being answered or God's not giving you what you're asking of him, or you're just wondering like, when am I going to catch this break? Just remember that there's always a waiting period involved. And through that waiting period is where we can really strengthen our faith in God, that we can just ask the Lord, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning in this season of my life? And most importantly is when we are able to have faith that things always work out to our benefit. I know God is aware of our desires and he hears our prayers and he knows exactly the timing of our life. And I know that as we continue to trust in him, trust in his plan, that things will always end up better than what we ever imagined. That's the message for today. If you are going through a season in your life, I want you to remember the times that you have had these experiences in your own life of when you thought you wanted something and then God bless you with something greater. Remember those experiences because that's exactly what's going on right now. All right, guys, I hope you guys like and subscribe and comment down below experiences you've had of when God showed up and gave you something better than what you wanted. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.